today in Northampton, outside of the Cole Morgan Corporation, on day 9 of Gulf War II, Friday, March 28, 2003. We're here to demonstrate against the misplaced priorities of our federal government. This action was organized by a group of community, religious, labor, and students. And it's been very exciting. There's a real movement feeling in the area and in the valley and in the country at large. As we proceed in this procession of outrage and mourning, to try to display in a visceral fashion, once we get to the main intersection in Northampton, the real brutality and human cost of war.
We wanted to do something that would really, what we hoped is like dramatize and affect people. Bring the war home, you know, that old slogan. We wanted to bring the war home. We wanted it to leap out of the television screens and really hit people viscerally, you know, really shock people into understanding what the hell was going on over there.
This is what people in Iraq are going through every day, and that's why we're doing this. The point of it, really, and I think what affected people mostly, was you see on the television, on CNN, you'd see these yellow streaks through the air and pictures of fire and so on, and then you'd hear, oh, so many people died, but you didn't see it. And in this case, you saw it. You had to understand that this was happening at that very moment in Iraq, and American warplanes paid for by American citizens were going over there and doing this job. And we had to know that. And it made it very, very clear, I think, that this is what was happening. And it had to touch people in a way that looking at the television with these embedded reporters had really divorced people from the reality of what was happening. We were trying to overcome that.
No blood for oil! No blood for oil! No blood
I wanted people to see me dying as a way to say, Josh was dying. That's somebody I know. That's somebody I care about. That's somebody I recognize, right? And if they can make that connection, right, that human connection, through that dramatic act of sort of recreating a war scene or something, you know, which is what we were hoping to do as best as we could, then maybe they can say, my God, there are people over there on the other end of our guns who have family, who are recognized by other people, who have connections, who are loved, and they're being slaughtered. They're really bleeding and dying. That's what I really wanted to do with my civil disobedience action.